For Your Girl.
That's right, it's a podcast.
It's Patt For Your Girl.
We got to go out.
Patt For Your Girl. It's Patt For Your Girl. Hey everyone, it's your girl Nwugochi, and welcome back to Patt For Your Girl. I am so glad to have you guys join me today. I got a phenomenal episode planned for you guys. But before we get there, I just want to stop for a second and tell everyone who has tuned into Patt For Your Girl a great big thank you. I am so appreciative that you guys even took the time out of your day, out of your evening, out of the middle of your night just to listen to this podcast. I'm grateful. The last time I checked SoundCloud, I saw that we had about 4 followers. You guys, that is amazing. I'm so thankful that you guys are actually tuning in. Some of you guys have followed. If you haven't followed yet, what are you waiting for? Go ahead, follow us on SoundCloud and email me if you have any ideas. Go ahead and listen to the whole entire show today. It's gonna be great. I know you guys are gonna love what we have to talk about today, okay? You ladies are awesome. So, today's episode, yes, we have the 4 segments planned for you. I got the Patt Yo Weave segment coming up for you really soon. I got Go Girl segment coming up. I got Lift Every Voice segment coming up. And of course, you know I'm going to leave you with the thought of the day. But before we get there, I really want you guys to take a second and think about that friend that you got. That one person that you got in your life, that whenever you take out with you and whenever y'all go somewhere, you know that they just gonna do that one thing that they ain't always gonna act right when it comes to a certain situation. They may be that one friend that's gonna do that one thing that's just gonna push you over the edge to the point where you're like, man, why this person always gotta do that? Why they just can't act right? Why they just can't? Like, you know, we all got that friend. We all got that family member. And that's what I want to talk about today for our Patt Yo Weave segment. The act right. That act right. Do your friends, do your family, do they got that act right? Okay, girls, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, and if you're new to the Patt Yo Weave segment, okay, I just want to start to tell you guys that patting your weave, for me, like somebody that wears wigs all the time, like if I'm in public, like it's a little, I will double think, shit, is this a moment where I'm allowed to pat my weave? Like, is this a moment where somebody's going to judge me and put me in that box of the stereotypical African-American woman if I pat my weave? And so for this segment, like I always just want to bring to you guys a topic or issue that may cause us to be put in a box of a stereotype or cause us to be put in a certain category. And so for this segment, I really want to talk about sending your food back at a nice restaurant. Okay? Sending your food back at a nice restaurant. And is that considered an act right moment? Like, I know you've all had a family or friend that when you take them out to eat and you know y'all are at the restaurant and they just can't make up their mind what they want to eat. And then when they finally make up their mind, you know, and the food comes, they don't like it, and they make that face, and they just like, okay, I just wanna, can I get something else? And you just like, man, why you always gotta do this? Why you always gotta send your food back? Like that family member, that friend, like they notorious for doing that one thing. However, when it comes to sending your food back, and I'm just gonna be transparent with you guys, and I'm gonna tell you a situation that happened to me the other night. Me and my husband Mike, we were out of the restaurant and it was a nice restaurant. I'm not gonna say the name, but it was a nice restaurant. It's not no bougie upscale restaurant or nothing like that. It is a chain restaurant, okay? It's a chain restaurant that everybody knows and loves. However, I ordered something that I never get, and I you know, for some reason this night, like I just wanted to try something different. Like at this restaurant, I always get my dish that, you know, I love, I know and love, and I play it safe every time with getting the same dish every time I go there. However, this night I was like, you know what? I'm feeling fancy. So let me just try something a little different that, is going to challenge me to think outside of. Ladies, you know what I'm talking about. You just want to try something, a little something. And so this night, I decided to try the truffle fried chicken. Okay. How many of y'all do y'all know what truffle is? Yeah, because I really, I knew what it was, but I didn't know what it was. So I knew it was like a mushroom, but I didn't really know it was supposed to be like this real fancy mushroom. Um, when you actually look it up, it says like, a lot of French, oui, yes, oui. A lot of French people like to cook with truffles and, it's a delicacy and all of this, good fancy stuff. But I didn't really know, like, it just sounded like, it was fried chicken, but the batter had truffles in it, right? And so I'm like, okay, let me try that. It sounds good. And so as soon as I get the dish, I was looking at it like, like this ain't gonna be it. Like the fried chicken, it was cooked good. It was like, golden brown. You could tell that you could see the grease now. You could see like, So I was like, I'm not sure, but let me just try it. I'll try anything once now. I'll try anything once. So I went ahead and tried it or whatever, and it just tasted so earthy. Like you could literally taste the truffle. Like they just threw like a whole bunch of truffle in there. And so I'm looking at Mike, he looking at me, we looking at the plate, and I'm like, this ain't gonna work. Like I really, really, really want to send this back. However, I don't want to be that girl. I don't want to be that girl that, comes to a restaurant and, has to send the plate back. Okay. And I say that to say that because I really want to be real with y'all. I want to break this down for y'all. Okay. Do we feel like when we do certain things in public that, those things that are done have anything to do with our culture? This is a deep thought. In other words, if I would have sent the plate back, how would the waitress or the restaurant or, the people sitting around me, like, not saying that all of them was paying attention or nothing like that, but how would they have perceived that moment? Like, oh, there go another black girl. She can't make up her mind what she want to eat. Or, like, would they be looking at me, but, different because I decide to send back my plate? Anyway, so me, all of this stuff, I'm doing all of this thinking, and I'm like, you know what? I don't care. I'm sending this back because this food is too much money to be, wasting. Like I'm not gonna eat it. It's too earthy for me. It don't even taste like regular fried chicken. Like it just don't. And so, I go ahead and send. I asked the waitress. I tell her to come here. I'm like, I don't think I can eat this. Like it's just not. I don't like it. And so she's like, okay, well, I can't take the plate off the table. I have to go get the manager. And so I'm like, that's different because usually when you try to send something back, like they normally like, okay, well, can I get you anything else? Yeah, right. So that's when I was like, okay, yeah. It's one of those moments where I gotta see. And everybody who we dealing with is men and women of color. Like it was you know us. And so the manager comes back, and he says, um yeah, so I know you want to send the plate back. Is there anything that I can do? I mean, can I go ahead and throw some peppers on there, get you some gravy to add to the dish to make it taste a little better so you're not tasting the truffle as much? And so me and Mike looked at each other. We was like, huh? It was like, no, I don't think so. Like, I really don't like it. Like, I don't like the dish. Like, can I just get something else? And I told him, like, I'm just gonna go with my regular dish that I always get when I'm here. And he's like, okay, well, are you sure? Because we can definitely make this dish work. And I was like, no, we can't. Like, this is not what I didn't think this was gonna taste like this. So, I I really would prefer something else. So finally, he took the dish off the table. And so when he left, me and Mike were looking at each other and we were like, wow, like he really just tried to force me to keep the plate. And I just felt like, in that moment, like I could not help but to think like if there was something else, if there was another reason why he was trying to force me to keep the plate. Like, did my skin color have anything to do with it? Is the fact that I'm a woman, have anything to do with it? Like, if my demeanor was a little bit more pressing or aggressive, like maybe he would have just took the plate off like right when I asked for it the first time. I just felt like it was a little bit inappropriate. But you guys, let me know what y'all think. Let me know if you think that that was inappropriate, because it could just be me, but I say all that to say, why are we so afraid to just be real? Just be okay. If your friend or your family member, you going out with that person that, is always going to send that dish back, or you going out with that person that's always going to pop off, you going out with that person that is going to, be the loudest person in the room. I want to test you guys. I want to just go ahead and challenge you guys to, to be in that moment with that person. Be in that moment with that person. Don't let them be out there by themselves. Because at the end of the day, your family member ain't gonna always act right. Your sis, she ain't always gonna act right. I ain't always gonna act right. I ain't always gonna, be the on my P's and Q's. Like sometimes we are allowed to just have a Patt Yo Weave moment. So if you see me in the store, or you see me in the restaurant, or you see me wherever I am and I'm patting my weave, it's because my head itch. Okay, and I'm allowed to do that. I'm allowed to do that. Sometimes we allowed to send a plate back every now and then, and not have to worry about how we look doing it, or how our culture is perceived, or why we always got to be the one to send back a dish. No, it's okay. It's all right. Be there with your sis. If she don't want to, like, sir, she said she did not want that. She don't want it no more. So go ahead and take the plate. Be there with her. I'm not saying that Mike wasn't there. Mike was there with me. He was like, no, she doesn't want it. Like, we were here with it. So he didn't just leave me out there to dry, or just leave me out there to be like, um, Alice, just go ahead and eat it. Like, how we'll tell our friends, and family members, we'll be like, just, can you calm down a little bit? Can you lower your voice? People looking at us. Like, no, it's okay sometimes. Every now and then, it's all right. Just let them have their moment. Let them have, their situation. Now, if it's every single time, then, you might want to. Nah, but it's okay to Patt Yo Weave. It's okay to Patt Yo Weave, guys. So that's all I'm saying, you guys. When I got my and now I know better. I know, like, next time I'm gonna stay away from truffles. Period. Period. The moral of the story here is that we're gonna stay away from truffles. We're gonna stay away from anything fancy that that the French deem as the diamond of the kitchen. That's what they call truffles, the diamond of the kitchen. No, we gonna stay away from that. I don't do that. I don't do no trouble. All right. On another note, it's time for the Go Girl segment, my favorite segment, cause I get to lift y'all up. Yeah. I know I can't really sing, but yeah. So today's Go Girl segment is dedicated to my girl Taraji P. Henson. Yes, if y'all follow Taraji on Instagram or on any type of social media platform, y'all know she is out here doing her thing. Okay, she is the real MVP. She's the real MVP. You get a Go Girl Taraji, and let me tell y'all why. Taraji has went from baby boy to mogul. Okay, y'all remember the movie Baby Boy? Jody, Jody. Yeah, that movie right there. She went from that to being a mogul. Taraji is an actress, and she's also a author as well, and she just launched her hair care line called TPH by Taraji. And, I follow her and I just was like, wow, Taraji is really been rocking. She has really been rocking her natural hair lately. She's been, posting a picture every now and then of, her just rocking her natural curls, saying that she did her hair herself. And, it's been getting great feedback, especially from me, because y'all know I used to do hair and makeup before I became a flight attendant. So, now when I see her post her natural hair, I'm just like, wow, girl, yes, you better do that. Okay. You better encourage us to wear our natural hair and snatch our wig off every now and then and still be maintaining our natural, curly, voluptuous, vibrant hair underneath our wigs. Yes, we have to. And she really gets this go girl also because she's making products to maintain your hair while it is in protective style. So if you wear braids, if you wear, wigs or whatever, she is making products to make sure that your edges don't be gone. They still they are still intact when you decide that you want to stop wearing wigs and stop wearing, extensions and wear your natural hair. And I think that is phenomenal. It is beautiful. It's beautiful because she's encouraging our edges, y'all. That's what she really doing. She's empowering our edges. Okay, can I get a go girl for Taraji on that one? And she also gets this go girl because it's easy to, ignore the fact that she is talented. And, when you get used to a person's talent, when you've been seeing them perform as an actress for so long and you see them, thriving in their natural element of being an actress, it's easy to just be like, oh, yeah, that's Taraji. That's Taraji P. Henson. Yeah, that's my girl. That's Empire, yeah, Taraji. And, it's so easy to just get in that place. And so, I just want to acknowledge the fact that, we see you, Taraji. We see your grind. We see your dedication. We see your hustle. Okay. And I celebrate you. I celebrate you because you're not stopping. You're not stopping at just being an actress. You're not stopping at just, being an author, but you're taking it the whole way. And, you're saying, what else can I do to just be great, and not just be great for myself, but be great for others out there, other women out there. And this is a prime example of, this, what this podcast really means to me. Like, not just stopping and saying, okay, I've been successful in this area of my life, so let me just go ahead and go on vacation on my off seasons. And, when I'm not doing nothing, I'm going to just go lay out by the beach, lay out by the pool, and just enjoy life. But it's saying to yourself, you know what? I got to figure out a way to give back. I got to figure out a way to continuously, empower and continuously, be there and push my culture. Okay? Not just my culture, but my fellow woman. Okay? It's about that. That is all about what this podcast is. That is the embodiment of this podcast. And so, Taraji, you get a go girl from me. You get a go girl because you are a phenomenal woman, and I'm proud of you. I see you, sis. Yes, you better win, girl. Win, win, win. Yes. So, and that even segues into um my next segment, which is lift your voice. Okay? Lift your voice. The lift your voice segment is a beautiful segment, especially when I start bringing people on to the show. I really, really want this segment to be a place where women can tell us what you do, how you do it, and how that empowers your community, how it sows back into other women, how it sows back into your culture, And so I really want to bring women from all different cultures, all different, walks of life, and, women of color who are just thriving. And I really want to showcase you in the Lift Your Voice segment. However, Until I start getting people on the show, on the podcast, this Lift Your Voice segment is I'm going to be asking you to think, how can you help your society? How can you help this society? How can you help your community? And, if you don't know how, I really want to throw this out there. Psh, it's thrown, it's out there. I'm putting it out there. Okay, bugging your ear. Mentorship. If you don't know how to help the society you live in, the community you live in, the people around you every day, find you a mentee. You may be saying to yourself, I don't think nobody wants me to be their mentor or anything like that, but you will be surprised. You will be surprised how many people, how many young women can be blessed by you. And it's really a mentor. What you're doing is you're just taking somebody underneath your wing. You're pulling them underneath your wing, and you are giving them shelter from the things that they could face if they didn't have somebody like you in their life. So find somebody to mentor. Find somebody to mentor. The other day I was listening to a young woman's story, and how she was just so empowered by her mentor. She was impacted. Her life was changed forever because of the mentor that she had in her life. And this had me having flashbacks to when I used to work and volunteer at the YMCA down the street from my house. I would mentor young girls, and I would, really, really take them underneath my wing. And, it's so funny because I started to, yearn for that once again. And so I say all that to say mentorship is a powerful thing. It's not just a word that we use that sounds good. It's a powerful thing. And it's so powerful because you literally have, sometimes we think about changing the lives of millions of people and thousands of people and hundreds of people, but you have the ability to just change one young woman's life. One young woman's life. And that one young woman, how she can forever be changed and forever be impacted by just the words that just a year of mentoring, just a year of sitting under you and following your leadership. Like, it's powerful. It's powerful. Somebody that could potentially be hurt, or potentially be not become a college graduate, or potentially not leave her environment. This person's life could be changed by just you deciding to be that positive impact in her life. It's a powerful thing. So don't take it lightly. Don't take it lightly. So I want to encourage you today, if you don't know how to do, something for your society, be a mentor. Be a mentor. And it's a sacrifice. It really is. You're going to have to set some time aside, develop a schedule, find a YMCA, find a Boys and Girls Club, become a big sister to somebody, go, to a school and see if they have any mentorship programs out there. Also, it's rewarding. It's rewarding for both parties. It's rewarding for both parties because where that individual is right now, they won't always be there. They won't always be there. And I promise you, you'll get to stand with your mentee and look back on all of the things that they overcame. And it's rewarding. It's rewarding for both parties. And it's rewarding for, guess what? Our society. It's rewarding for our society. We see things like sex trafficking. We see things like, domestic violence. We see a lot of things, and we're like, man, we're going to put an end to, human trafficking. We're going to put a end to domestic violence. However, you have the power to impact one individual's life so that they don't get wrapped up in things like that. Wow. It's powerful, you guys. It's powerful, you guys. So this Lift Your Voice moment is truly dedicated to all of the people out there who are mentoring, who are actually sacrificing their time, sacrificing their TV time, their spa time, their me time, just to sit there and be, an impact into any young woman's life. Any young woman's life. And I applaud you, and I really, really appreciate you for all that you're doing. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. You are not taken for granted. We appreciate all the mentors out there. Pray for them, guys. Keep them lifted. And I pray that encourages you to be an impact into some young lady's life. Yes. And last but not least, you guys, I really want to just leave you guys with a thought of the day. Yes, we've come to the end. We've come to the end, but I got to leave y'all with a thought of the day, okay? So this thought of the day is try not to think too hard. Yes, think on that. Think of that, but not too hard. Not too hard now, okay? The reason why is because if you think too hard about things you want to do or say or, you know, even go out there and achieve, either one or two things will happen. You'll think yourself out of doing it. That's one. Or that thinking will turn into worrying, and then that worrying will turn into stress, and that stress will turn into anxiety, and then you have a snowball of emotions and a snowball of all of these things in your mind. And we don't want that. We don't want that. Not in 2020. All of that was left in 2019. This year, we're not dealing with that, okay? So my thought of the day for you guys is try not to think too hard. I remember last year when I was trying to get a workout plan going, the young lady who I worked with, she had gave me some very good advice. She was like, if you really want to work out, don't plan it. Don't plan it. Anytime it comes into your mind, when you think about working out, go and do it. Do not start thinking about it. Don't say, oh, I'm going to do it tonight. 6 p.m. works better than 6 a.m. 5 p.m. Works better. I'll do it, right before I go to sleep. No, don't do that. If you want to work out right now, get up and go work out. Like, don't start pondering on it, because before you know it, you will talk yourself out of doing it. And, that 6 p.m. workout that you were supposed to have turned into a 6 p.m. nap, okay? We've all been there. I've been there. It's really happened to me. So, it's all right. I'm not judging you. But all I'm saying to you, sis, is just do it. Matthew 6:27 says, can any one of you, by worrying, add a single hour to your life? So that means the longer we think and think and think about things, and we start thinking hard on them, we're losing our time. We're losing time. Okay. That worrying isn't adding to our life. It starts to, that thought that you just was pondering about, now it's becoming something that you're worrying about. And now you're dwelling on that thing. And now it's taken away from your precious time, that precious time that you need to mentor somebody. Okay. Yeah. You like how I brought that mentorship back around, huh? But, I say all that to say, don't think too long on it. If you have a thing in your heart to do, get up and do it right now. The time is now. You don't want to talk yourself out of what you truly believe in your heart and know is right. Okay? Amen. So that's my thought of the day. And this is Patt for Your Girl. I am so glad that you guys decided to join me. I'm so glad that you guys decided to listen to this podcast. And I appreciate you. I lift you up, and I thank you for just being here in this moment, being present in this moment. You guys are awesome. You're phenomenal. Please, if you haven't yet, go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and follow my podcast on SoundCloud. Share it, please, on all social media platforms, your Instagram, your Facebook, your Twitter, whatever social media you have. Please share Patt for Your Girl. Text it to your friend. Tell them, look, girl, This is a podcast for you. Okay? So go ahead and check it out. Yes, we want you here, okay? And if you have any stories, if you have anything that you feel like can be added to this podcast to make it great, make it better, just be encouragement to other women out there, please email me. My email is attached to the link. It says it in my SoundCloud underneath the listening bar. It says email me. So go ahead and click that link and email me any information that you have on how we can make this podcast better, how we can make it grow, how we can continue to form a bond and form a sistership, okay? And yes, this podcast is for everyone. So I really, really want to hear you guys' Patt Yo Weave moment for any other women that are not African American that, have those Patt Yo Weave moments where they feel like they're being stereotyped in a stereotypical world. I want to know. I want to know what it's like as a Afro Latina. I want to know what it's like as a Asian American. I want to know what it's like as a Hispanic. What is it like to be stereotyped in this world, and how does that make you feel as a woman? As a woman, to be in that category, and to be in a sectionalized and a marginalized position. What does that make you feel like? And I want to hear your story. So please, please, please email me any chance you get. I would love to hear it, okay? Thank you. It's your girl Nwugochi. Until next week, this is Pop for Your Girl.